Alright. Hey y'all, it's Gino. I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do a bass Touge tune for a rear wheel drive car. So we got the MR2 here. So just quick note. Bass tunes don't mean it's gonna be the perfect tune. It doesn't mean it's the best tune in any way, shape, or form, right? Every car is different, everything drives differently. So this is just to begin your setup, see what you can do with it, and then you do some fine tuning to truly like make it fast, right? But it gives you a decent base for what you should be doing. So first off, just get some racing tires, some sport gas, and then straight to tuning. First off, always start with weight reduction. Weight trick. You want some good 45, 55 rear wheel drive. That's really good. You get do the weight trick, front aero. Put that to the max. See, it's 33. And something that's about the same. So racing here. This I'm gonna put the E50S in because why not? Clutch, gearbox. Now engine, so you got a torque graph here. You want to make that a little bit better. So start off with cylinder heads. See, that's already good. And then maybe a little bit of intakes. ECU. Tune that up. You got still some ways to go. Just keep upgrading it. So let's do this. This. Alright. That looks decent. That looks a decent looking torque curve. You know, you got a big rev range, about 6 to 8.2K. See, that works. Suspension, just put everything purple. Doesn't. Protos are not needed if you're just, having fun with the tunes. You're not doing time attacks with them. Tires, let's put 285s on it. Then racing, pressure to free. Put that over there. Alright, so we start. So gear shifting speed always to the minimum. Since this is Touge tune, you're gonna putting axle and decel very low, but preload higher. Just the reason for this is generally low lock on Touge is better. It's gonna help you a lot in the tight corners. Same thing with the gearing, just overall close ratio gearing and a pretty long first gear is what I like to run. So you can just drop the first gear and it'll just take you through the corner usually. Body, all we need to do is weight to the minimum, weight trick, weight distribution. You want to get 45-55 for rear wheel drive. 50-50 is good too, but ideally 45-55. That's not to say that a car can't work if it doesn't have these, but yeah, it's a little better. It's a little better if the weight balance is good. Now suspension, what you want to do is not too low, not too high. You don't want a car to roll over, but you don't want it to bottom out, right? And you're gonna look at that 45-55. If it's different, you just adjust it. But say my front is 45, so 140, and then the rear 170, right? So you kind of make your stiffness relevant to how your weight distribution is based. Stiffness, I like running the front super low, not touch the rear. Camber, you just make that flat with the ground, but not too much. And just a little bit. Caster to the minimum, Ackerman to minimum, steering angle to the max. Gas, camber in front, just a little more than the rear. Dampers, only touch that later. I like running 57, 58 brake balance. That's it. It's a bass tune. Now for bass tunes, you always gotta, you know, point out the flaws on it. So already, my first gear is too long, and the rear slides out a little too much. It's not bad, but see, just increase the aero in the rear a little, and then boom, you get a 34. Bring that back in just a little so it looks nice. We're not doing any time attacks with this. No need to stress. For the dampers, you can usually leaving them stock would work. Ideally, you'd want prototype dampers because then you can leave them to stock just all day, every day. And most cars don't need to be tuned with proto dampers. But with ultimate dampers like these, you just see if the balance is right. So 2700, 2400 there, 3400 there. So it looks fine. And you just maybe test it out on a curb or two, see if it works, if it rolls over or not. Normally it shouldn't, considering the spring lengths and the fact that the stiffness isn't maxed out or that the rear isn't bottomed out. And then you just see if it works. See, this turn's nice. The turn-in's nice. The brake balance is nice. You just have a Touge car now. So if you're doing the same thing but for, say, a C5 track car, I'd say the only differences are gonna be the slightly stiffer suspension and more lock on the differential, right? So instead of 0.4, you maybe want 0.55 for axle lock. You really want to keep that speed in higher speed corners, right? Same thing with the final drive. You can just leave the gears as is, just tune the final drive down, get that top speed up, and then you got a track car. It's as simple as that. So just gonna have to mention that this works as a base, right? It doesn't work as a finalized tune, right? They're still plenty capable. These base tunes are easily gonna be like some console degenerate with like some C6 on Touge. Like there's no point in fine tuning if all you're looking for is some dumb fun on a car you've never tried. If you want to take these to time attacks, or if you're more competitive, yes, please do adjust them to your driving style. See, dampers, stock dampers, and they work. Could be smoother, but no point in fine tuning. Alright, see ya.